So in Secret Wars, which was a big crossover between all the Marvel, well, not all, but a lot of the Marvel, most of them, the Beyonder is like kind of the bad guy, kind of Doom's the bad guy. Anyway, everybody wants it now because of Doom. Anyway, he brings the heroes and the villains, and they're fighting and everything. And in issue 8, Spider-Man gets his suit ripped, and they tell him, just go over there. There's this machine that'll fix it. And he dumps this black goop on him, and he starts to look like he's got a black suit. That's it. It was an afterthought, Spider-Man's in a black suit. Whoop-a-doo, just modernize a bit. He's been wearing the classic, so to speak, which is why it's referred to that, and all essentially, it's a red, white, and blue suit because the webbing is white, depending on how you look at it. He's wearing the old red and blue suit. Now they've kind of upped him in. He's wearing the black suit, and the black suit has like powers. Like when he wears it, that's all he needs to wear, and he can just be like street clothes, and it turns into street clothes. He doesn't need his web cartridges. He can just go and it shoots webs. Now the suit, as you come to find out, is really an alien symbiote that wants to bond with him. It doesn't want to like this isn't invasion of the body snatchers or anything. It doesn't want to take over his body. It just wants to bond with him. He's the host. Now, this went on for quite a while. And it went on for so long, it's finally been collected in an omnibus form. And this is the cover I went with, this Amazing Spider-Man cover. This is the complete black costume saga. This contains a lot. Not all of it's in order. I mean, they say it is, and I guess it is, but when you start putting the other books in here, it becomes a little weird. Anyway, I'm going to get into that when I put it under. But this is when Peter Parker gets his black suit. It's going to lead all the way up into the web of Spider-Man issue 1. So we're not double dipping on anything. It's going to lead into, you're going to see him get the suit. You're going to see him fight crime with the suit. He's going to learn about the suit. A lot of stuff with Kingpin and Rose. Everything you need to know is going to be in here. It's going to take you from when he first gets the suit up into when Web of Spider-Man 1, where he finds out it's affected by sound and he gets the suit off of him. So let's put it under the phone. Let's take a look at it. Here we go. Spider-Man, the complete black suit costume saga. Back of the box. The back of the book tells you exactly what you can expect. Widely argued what came first, the Amazing Spider-Man issue or the Marvel team-up issue with Daredevil. Lot of, quote unquote, speculation on that. Web of Spider-Man #1. As of now, this is not a double dip book. I want to stress this, but this is also not Venom. Let's keep in mind, this has nothing to do with Venom. This is the black suit. So if you have the Venom book, great spine. You've got the black suit Spider-Man, the complete black costume. Because Web of Spider-Man is the culmination where it ends. I'm going to take off. This is a very thick. They've kind of upped their game on dust jackets, as this one is thicker quality than some of the other ones. I'm going to take it off. Love the regular cover here. You've got, you can see Spidey perched up atop. Church, I don't know. Spider-Man and the symbol is the black suit. That looks good. And on there's the black costume. If you take I don't know, you want to take slipcover off, but if you do, it's regular Spider-Man. I've already cracked this, so let's take a look. Kind of a spoiler-free. You see the very end, he gets the costume in Secret Wars issue 8, which is, here's the panels. This is just an excerpt from it. His suit's all torn. They say, why don't you get a new one? He goes and he gets this goop, and it's a black suit, and he likes it. He feels a little stronger. It kind of do what he does, and no one thought of it. And here's issue 252 of Amazing Spider-Man. The heroes are missing. They're all back now. The Beyonder, this is all after the Secret Wars. Everybody's back, and he's wearing his black suit. Just a typical day of a Spider-Man doing his Spider-Man thing. And this is where he kind of sees that the suit kind of can come on to him. He says this new costume's fast and efficient, but it's going to be a long time before I'm ready. So he's just kind of getting used to it. The suit makes him jump a little better, makes him shoot the webs better. It's actually very good. So he's very happy about that. Here is the Spider-Man Daredevil. This is another real hot key. This is issue 141. It's just a team up of Spider-Man and Daredevil, but the black suit is on the cover. Standard team up, you know, the Kingpin, some regular Nefair, and there he goes. He's got these street suits on, and when he concentrates, the suit can change into like his street clothes or the Black Spider suit. And so we've got that. We've got Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man 90. This is with the Black Cat. Kind of brought her arc in. She works for the Kingpin. I always kind of liked how Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat, was like in love with Spider-Man, but she didn't really give a shit about Peter Parker. So she always kind of liked him. Now we go into an Amazing Spider-Man with the Rose. These were all kind of books that were... there wasn't like continuity between them. I mean, there was continuity between them, but there wasn't a story overlapping. Just your standard book, you know, it's the Spider-Man fighting the Rose, but he's wearing the black costume. You know, everything, the Blob, you know, but he's wearing the black costume and all of it. And you're kind of learning how he even says, you know, well, look, I got my street clothes. I just go boom, boom, and I've got my convertible spider duds. And it's interesting, and the suit makes him a little stronger. And he's learning about it. You know, here's just more. These are all just typical Spider books where he's wearing the black suit. There's really no more, but every one you read kind of has enough. Like maybe he jumps a little better. Maybe he can swing faster, stronger, stuff like that. And he's doing all that, and he's learning to shoots webs on his own. He doesn't need the web refill. He has no idea that it's an alien symbiote that's going to turn into Venom. Well, Venom, it just becomes Venom when Eddie Brock wears it. This is a big, thick book. As you can see now, I'm starting to kind of speed through it because it's just random Spider-Man. Well, it's not random. It's all the Spider-Man stories that came out at that time where he, once again, not to sound like a broken record, wore the black suit. You know, these are very good 90s stories. The Kingpin was a big Spider-Man villain at the time. We have the Rose. Lots of stuff with the Black Cat. His kind of falling out with Aunt May. The Puma introduction. A lot of stuff with the Rose and the Kingpin. Spider-Man's really doing a lot of stuff. You know, here's your famous where he has to get some clothes from the Fantastic Four and they give him the bag. That's actually very funny because it is in this issue, and I've gone back a little bit, that Reed Richards, he asked them to take a look because the Puma tells him that the suit's organic. He goes back and they find out that the suit is, well, it's alive and it's trying to bond to him. You know, but like I said, unfortunately, being they have to go in order with other things, the next issue he's back to wearing the suit. You know, it kind of goes back and forth there. He's got his web gadgets again. Now he's back in his normal spider suit. And they're kind of doing this because it continues the tale. The suit is Fantastic Four headquarters. All the saga of the black suit. And they had to put all this in there because they're talking about the suits. And what you get to is your payoff. There's the Spot comic. That's Peter Parker Spectacular. Rogan the Juggernaut. Like I said, a lot of Black Cat. The suit, because of the way it's printed, the suit is on in some issues where it kind of should be off, but I didn't print it. But when we start with the Web of Spider-Man issue 1, that's where he thinks the suit is looking for him. The suit has escaped, and there the suit tries to take him over. It wants to bond with him, you know, and he doesn't want it. So issue 1 of Web of Spider-Man, which will be a Omni, I believe in February, ends, and that's why it's such a famous issue. It ends where he finds out the suit does not like sound. So he stands up there. The suit does save his life. So it's actually kind of nice. And you think it's gone. You think this suit is gone for the rest of his life. Turns out it dripped on to Eddie Brock. You know, here's all the sketches, the sands. Everything is really good. My only issue is that, yes, they kind of spoil a little bit of it by showing the suits alive. Then you still have a bunch of issues after where somebody's wearing the suit just because of the two different. Spider-Man in the 90s was more so after this suit, but there was Spider-Man. He was in Marvel Team Up. There was Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. Of course, Amazing Spider-Man was the main title. And then they launched Web. Web was the one that ended this. And Actually starts a new beginning. But this is the Web of Spider-Man bubble. Excuse me, the Web of Spider-Man. This is the Spider-Man complete black costume saga. It is a very good prequel. If you have the Venom book that already came out, this is a great one to read first. That was the Web of Spider-Man. I keep saying that. That is the Spider-Man complete black costume saga omnibus. You don't double dip on it yet. You're gonna eventually because everything's gonna catch up. But right now, this is a really good read. Like I said, I understand, but I still didn't like, you've got them taking the suit off him, and then you have, because you're doing team ups and stuff like that, issues where he still has the suit. Anyway, aside from that, you learn about it, you get the history, and Web of Spider-Man, for those of you familiar, the suit didn't die. It like dripped down the belt. And Eddie Brock was there because he's Catholic and he's like praying because he's thinking about killing himself. And the suit bonds to him, and the suit like him and the suit like each other, and they become Venom. So history's made. So there is a Spider-Man and Venom omnibus. If you want to really bang out a few days of reading, pick this one up. This will start from when he gets the symbiote, and then because it ends where he gets rid of him. Now you get the Spider-Man Venom Omni, and then you get all that storyline. So it's a good way to do it. It's a must stress, and I have to stress it's not a double dip. There's no duplicate stories. This is the complete black suit costume saga. I have to keep looking at it. It is a good book. I would recommend picking it up, and I would recommend picking up the Spider-Man versus Venom Omni right after it. It's going to run you a lot less than the I think Secret Wars #8 is going to run you close to $100. So that's not graded. So just buy the Omni and read everything. Finish it up with the other one. You got a good double feature, good way to kill time. I pick it up today.